Today, I want to invite you to start with me on Monday, the Habit Healer Challenge. And what is that exactly? Well, real quick before we jump into that, my name is Dr. Lori Marvis. I'm a board certified family and lifestyle medicine physician. And I love talking about lifestyle medicine and all the things we should do. But the strategy to make everything a habit, that's what we're going to work on next. So, this is what we call the Habit Healer Challenge. And before I tell you even more about that, I want to share you a story. So let's see, I think this was in early 2023. I joined Fit Vegan, who's one of our sponsors, and had great success on body recomposition. I was running, lifting weights. I think it was 9 months later, PR'd my half marathon in Boston. Now, what's interesting about that, I had done great. I had good habits. I was feeling well, but at the end of this of November, perimenopause turned into full scale menopause, like in the sense of basically rapidly falling off a cliff, where I had severe hot flashes, joint pain that came out of nowhere, and it was almost like debilitating joint pain. Cholesterol went up. I was just not myself. And so that's when I went through a phase of just deep diving into menopause. I became a menopause certified practitioner. As what is the evidence here? I'm doing all the lifestyle stuff. I'm eating my soy. I'm doing all the things. And it was a really interesting time. One, it's a time of transformation, right, into this midlife, and just really forced me to stop and take time to breathe. And it's like, let's reflect on where we are in this midlife thing, right? And it forced a really interesting habit. I'd already done lots of walking before, but I was doing more running. But I started walking every single day, and I called them my mindful walks, right? I would listen to podcasts or music or just really spend time and trying to be present and quieting down the voice and just really appreciating that time to be prepared for the day. And so that is one habit, running or walking, that I've done for decades. I remember when my kids were little, and my oldest is almost 31. I remember just walking or running all every morning. This is one thing. And now we're in the RV and we're traveling all over. I still find places to walk every single morning. So this is a really good habit to anchor things to. So let's dive into a little bit more how I want to bring back a few things that I was doing back in 2023. So now I'm better. I've embraced hormone replacement therapy. The joint pain's all gone. The cholesterol's back. I'm the hot flash on. I feel amazing. So now I want to get back to those things that I was doing, which including the resistance training and the running. So let's talk about how I use what I call a habit healer's method. And what is a habit healer? Well, the habit healer is someone who does two things. It's a movement I'm trying to get started. And for people to identify as habit healer and think about the things that they're doing to push them towards healthy goals and habits is, one, you're healing unhelpful habits, right? Those habits that you want to quote unquote break, but also creating healing habits. And some of the things that have really resonated with patients and people here is starting your morning with, how can I heal myself today? And so you're resetting how we're thinking about what we're actually doing. So we're not coming from a place of forcing ourselves to do it. We're asking, how can I? And embracing something that seems to be more positive. But anyway, let's go into a little bit about the challenge in of itself. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to be committing to what I describe as my healing habit challenge, right? And so I really want to build much, just strengthen my body and rewire my habits for lasting health. And I would love for you to join me. So every single morning, I can't tell you exactly, but between 7 and 9 a.m. Pacific time, it depends on a few things. I'm going to go live for a period of probably 3 to 5 minutes, and I'm going to be doing it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to walk, and then I'm going to do some resistance training. I already have it. I'll explain it when I go live on Monday, and followed by jump roping. So I'm going to start with a set of reps for one set. So probably do, let's say, 10 sets or 10 reps for one set. For the resistance training, it's going to be one big compounding movement. And then I'm going to do 100 skips on my jumping rope. It's a weighted jump rope. And that's it. And this is what part of the important things about building habits is starting tiny. right? So that's what I'm going to be doing, but let me walk you through. So when I'm stacking new resistance training, I'm going to add that to my walk. So I'm going to walk and then I'm going to do that, or I'm going to finish my walk and then I'm just going to go on a short run. It'll only be a quarter of a mile to a half a mile just to get going, right? I could go further, but I want this to be feel sustainable and not like a burden because I enjoy it. Because why do I want to do this, right? Movement is medicine, and strength training is key for longevity, metabolism, muscle maintenance. And then when you anchor habits, that creates consistency. And then by adding that to my daily walk, I'm making it automatic because regardless of the context of where I am, meaning the environment that I am, walking has been my one golden habit, my keystone habit that allows me to anchor things to it, besides brushing teeth and eating and stuff like that, of course. And then using micro steps allows you to build. So I'm not going to go in all overnight. I'm just making it sustainable. And that's exactly how I built up my running, because I've been running a runner for a long time. But this last year, I haven't been running. I've run a few times, but it hasn't stuck. But I think it's time. And so this will be great because I want you to build a habit with me. They don't have to be the same habit, but my invitation for you is to think about what healing habit you would like to bring into your life. So all you have to do is pick out one habit you want to build to heal your body, your mind, or your metabolism. You keep it small, sustainable, and stackable, meaning you attach it to something you already do. I am going to attach it to my morning walk, and it needs to follow whatever that is. So there was a study where they looked at people who wanted to add flossing to their daily habit. So those who tried to do it before brushing their teeth actually failed compared to those who did it afterwards. So I think they were on average, the groups were flossing once a month, and then after the study intervention, both groups were doing it about 24 times a month. But then 8 or 9 months later, the group that did it after flossing or after brushing their teeth, they actually were doing it 11 times a month. And the ones that did it before were just once a week. So maybe 4 times a month. So you can see by utilizing the brushing the teeth, which you will do, I hope you're doing, that will actually be your anchor to flossing your teeth. So that's what I'm doing. I'm anchoring it to something that I already do. So that's really important. Pick the one habit you want to build, make it super tiny. And then if you think it's small, make it even smaller, right? So that makes it sustainable, stackable, and you're less likely to have resistance when it's small, right? Because you're increasing your ability to do it even on days that you don't feel motivated. And then just show up daily and track your wins, right? So here's a few ideas. Maybe some daily movement habit would be walking, stretching, yoga, strength training. You could do a nutrition habit, maybe eat one more plant-based meal per day, or maybe just even add in one fruit a day. A mindset habit, maybe it's a gratitude journal. Every night you jot down 3 things that you're grateful for. Maybe it's journaling, maybe it's breath work. Now, the one other thing that's really important for habit formation is that right after the habit, you have to celebrate. So I'm going to share something with you. When I was a kid, I loved getting those little aluminum stickers that were stars. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Or maybe I'm aging myself. But when you get 100 or something on your spelling test, for example, they give you one of those little stars stickers. And it just made my day. And man, I still remember the feeling of surging. I just felt so happy. So, what I would suggest is finding something that you can celebrate right after the behavior happens. So, for me, I might have some stickers here with me, I'm not sure, but I'll probably put a calendar up here and I'll put a sticker or a star on that little calendar to show my string, right? So I want to do 30 days. I would typically take around 66 days on average, depending on how complex they are. But I'm going to be traveling out of the country in April. So I'm going to do 30 days because I want to show up for you guys. But I'm hoping to still do it while I'm gone. But that would be a calendar with a little check. And that string is how I would celebrate, right? So yes, in it just a little bit, the brain gets a little trickle of dopamine. It's feeling good. Come back tomorrow because I'm wanting a little bit more of that. So that's how you need to think about it. So remember, you don't want to do a massive overhaul. You just have to start tiny, small, micro. So how do you join me? Number one, declare your habit, right? So drop a comment below or in your community and say, I'm a habit healer. My healing habit is, right? So it could be I'm a habit healer. My healing habit is I'm adding 5 minutes of strength training to my morning routine, right? Step two is make it easy and stackable, right? So that's what I call a habit scaling method, right? You do a micro step. So you lay out your jump rope, let's say before bed. The micro habit would be jump rope for 2 minutes after my morning walk. And then the macro habit was building up even more time. So then again, you want to track and celebrate. So track it on a calendar or however you want to do it, and then celebrate, right? Again, you're turning yourself into a habit healer. You're not doing this to try to lose weight. You're not outcome based goals. What we're looking is we're moving into the person that heals habits. It's a person that creates healing habits and a person that heals unhelpful habits. So right now, I need to get back to that healing habit of strength training because I felt good and strong. And the jump roping is good hit training, which also improves longevity. There'll be more that I do with that as I build more up. I used to do 1,000 at a time or even longer, but this is what happens when menopause. But I'm back and we're going to make this happen. So, nothing like being in public saying, here it is. So, if you really want to do this, bring along a partner, share this video with someone. Maybe they'll join you on your habit healing challenge because there's just so many things we're doing, right? We're changing our identity. We're building it using the environment to help us create good habits. We're improving our metabolic health, right? Depending on what you're doing, building muscle or improving your cardiovascular fitness, decreasing animal products or ultra processed foods. All those things are going to help your metabolism. And then if you have some, remember it's progress, not perfection. And really thinking about if you can teach someone this method, that's even better. Anyway, so that's how we do this. I hope you think it's fun. I'm going to be stepping into my identity as a habit healer. And remember, you're just one healing habit away from transformation.